Now we are going to start the configuration of transistor. Configuration of transistor. Students, so there are three types of the configuration. First is the common base. Second is common emitter, and third is common collector. Okay, so these three types of the configuration is occurred in the transistor, and we have to study this particular common base, common emitter, and the common collector. Okay, this common collector configuration, it is also called a emitter follower. Okay students, this common collector configuration is called is also called as an emitter follower. Okay, it is the one of the question of a YY in 12th standard. So you have to remember this one point in a 11th standard. So very first we will start the common base configuration. Common base configuration. So student, before this one common base configuration, you have known the transistor. You know the transistor. The transistor is like this: collector, base, and emitter. When any terminal when any terminal of this transistor is grounded, like this. Suppose now this is a transistor, and here we have grounded the terminal as it is a emitter. Then it is nothing but it is a common emitter. It is a common emitter configuration. Any one terminal which has been get grounded, due to that terminal it is called as a common. So now, as per, we have the common base configuration. So when you draw the diagram, it will look like this. These are the terminals, and this is the common terminal we are grounded, and we have given the name, it is a common base. Okay, this arrow it indicates it is the emitter, and without arrow it indicates the collector. From this collector we are going to connect one resistor like this, and it has been get connected to the base, but here we have to connect one battery like this. Okay, the positive and the negative value, positive negative we have to connect. Then the emitter, here we will giving the input value, since this resistor will be called as a load resistance. So in this emitter to the base of the terminal, we are connecting the input, that is indicated with a Vi, and here the negative terminal and the positive terminal will be attached like this. Okay students, so it will give you the common base configuration. Now in this common base configuration, what is the thing which you have to keep in your mind? It is that in this configuration the base is common. Base is common to both the input and the output. To both input and output. This base is common to the input, and this base is common to the output. It is a first number point. From the point wise you have to keep in your mind. Then the second number point, the emitter to the base junction. emitter to base junction, we have connected the battery. Okay, the emitter to the base, we have connected the battery, but this battery is in a forward bias. It is in a forward bias. The third number point, from collector to base, again we have connected the battery. So that battery is nothing but it is in a, if it is a forward bias, then second battery will be in a reverse bias. Collector to base junction, it is the battery which is connected, it is in a reverse bias. So these 3 point is very much important. Okay, now as the positive and the negative and the positive we have considered, during the positive half cycle, during positive half cycle, what is the action? Positive half cycle. Okay, during the positive half cycle, the input signal which is applied, that is a Vi, and the forward voltage VBE, the forward voltage which is been applied, that is VBE. And here whatever the voltage which is been get occurred by collector to base, it is given by VCB. Okay students, so these are the two voltage which is being generated by this particular battery sources. And here, as it is a collect output value, so here we will be saying that it is a VCC, and here the input value which is related, it is indicated with a V, E and E. As the base terminal is common, it is connected to the emitter, it is connected to the collector, since we will be saying that VCC, and here will be indicated with a VEE. Okay, during the positive half cycle, you have this much cycle like this. How it will going to work, we will see. The positive and the negative cycle. We will consider this positive means half cycle, and this negative the another half cycle. During the positive half cycle, the input signal, which is the input signal, that is Vi. The forward bias voltage VBE decreases. Okay, this is the arrow I will indicate it, it is decreases, since there is decrease in IE and IC. There is decrease in the this IE and IC, as the terminal it is emitter and the terminal it is collector. So the current which is been get flowing from the emitter, that is indicated with the IE, and current which is flowing from the collector, it is indicated with the IC. Okay, it is IC. So it get decreases with the IE and the IC, since the collector to the base voltage, that is VCB, collector to base voltage, that is VCP, it is given by VCB is equal to VCC minus IC into RL minus V0. Here we are obtaining the value, that is V0, output voltage. So that is nothing but this one, VCC is equal to VCB is equal to VCC minus IC into RL, that is nothing but it is equal to VO. As the IC decreases, since VCB will also increase. Okay, as soon as the IC will get decreases, the collector to base voltage will be formed, and it will get increased like this. So at this particular positive half cycle, we have the input value related with the time. When this one is been get occurred, as per the first, the same wave will be get obtained for the positive cycle. Okay, now for the negative cycle, what will be happen for this negative half cycle? If the input is applied, that is Vi, VBE will get increase. VB will be get increases since there hence there is increase in the IE, increase in the IE and IC. Due to increase in the IE and IC, due to increase in the IE and IC, the cause which is occurred across the collector to base, it will get decrease. VCB will get decrease. Okay, I am indicating this arrow like this below. It means it is a decreasing. Since the input and output voltage is in phase, is in phase. Okay, the input resistance, this whatever the input resistance which has been get occurred by this value, okay, it is lowest, and the output resistance which is occurred at this particular instant, it is highest in a 3 configuration. Okay, so you may say that when it is in a phase, the input resistance is lowest and output resistance is highest in all of the 3 configuration. And since you will be obtaining the output same as that of the input value. Okay students, so this will give you the common base configuration. In this common base configuration, the one thing which you have to keep in your mind, it is that the amplifier is a device which increases the signal applied to the input. Amplifier, we will write here, amplifier is the device which increases a signal applied at its input, applied at its input voltage gain. Voltage gain is the ratio of output voltage to the input voltage. So this is the one of the definition which you have to keep in your mind. In this common base configuration, the CB amplifier, the voltage gain is high, but the current gain alpha is less than 1. Here the common base amplifier voltage gain is high. Okay, it is high, but the current gain means alpha, it is less than 1. Okay students, so it gives you the common base configuration. In transistor, it is common emitter, this common emitter configuration, when any terminal is being get grounded, now what is the thing, we have to ground the emitter terminal. So this emitter terminal we have grounded like this, and the input is applied to the base terminal and the emitter terminal through one voltage I will be indicated, that is Vi, and here the positive terminal and the negative terminal we have attached like this. From the collector, the output resistance value through the base, it is been get connected negative and the positive and the negative. So this is the collector terminal, this is the emitter terminal, it is the base terminal. whatever the current is going to be get flown, it is IB, it is IC. From the base, IB current is going to be flow. From the collector, IC current is going to flow, and from the emitter, the I current we will obtain. Okay, so it is a simple diagram. Now in this, the type of the emitter terminal is common. Here the emitter terminal is common. We will write down emitter terminal is common to both input and output. Okay, the emitter base junction, the emitter base junction is forward bias, and collector base, emitter to collector, and the collector base junction is reverse bias. It is reverse bias. Collector to the base junction, it is reverse bias. The collector to emitter, whatever the collector to emitter which has been get occurred, you will be forming the equation. That equation will be the collector to emitter that is VCE is given by VCE is equal to VCC minus IC into RL. This is the RL. As you apply all the things, you will be saying that IC into RL, that is nothing but it is VO, since it is a output voltage. Okay, the main thing, that is a emitter to base junction, it is in a forward bias, and the collector to base junction, it is in the reverse bias. This thing is very much important. Then whatever the collector to emitter voltage, that is VCE, is been applied, then VCE is been given by VCE is equal to, here it is a VCC, so here we may say that it is a VCC, and due to that one, what the value occurred to the base terminal, it is VBB. Okay, from this collector to emitter, if the voltage has been get drawn to you, here you will be forming VCE. Then from this particular base to emitter, if the voltage is been get occurred, it is indicated with VBE. Okay, so it is the value. Now we will see for the cycle. From this cycle, you will be obtaining what will be the output. Okay, the input signal, this is the input sign. Okay, we are going to apply to this particular input value. Here it is VI with respect to this time. Now we will see what is the output value. Okay students, when we apply the positive half cycle, when during a positive half cycle, the input signal, that is VI, the forward bias voltage VBE, this VBE increases. Here I will write down here VBE will get increase. VBE will get increase. Okay, since the increase in the IE and IC, this IE and IC will get increase. Okay, therefore we will be getting VCE, it decreases according to the equation. This VCE will be get decrease according to VCC minus IC into RL, whatever the equation we have got above. Due to that one, due to this one, the VCE will be get decreases, and due to decrease in the VCE, this positive half cycle you will obtain as it is decreases like this. Okay, means the opposite sign you are getting for the common emitter configuration. Then we will consider the negative half cycle. For the negative half cycle, for the negative half cycle, you have applied the input voltage, means VBE, base to emitter voltage, will be get decrease. Okay, this VBE will get decreases since IE and IC will also get decrease. Okay, this causes the increase in the VCE. Okay, one will be get decreases, then the another will be get increase. Due to that, you may say that VCE will be getting the value, that value it is increases. Okay students, therefore there is a phase shift of 180 degree. Since 180 degree phase shift is going to be occurred, this 180 phase shift from this input and the input value, the 180 degree phase shift you have got. So here the output for the negative also you will be getting like this. Okay students, so it is one of the case which only in the common emitter the positive has been get changes to the negative and the negative has been get changes to the positive. Okay, the value of the input and the output resistance, the value of input and the output resistance are moderate. It is moderate since this property is useful for cascading for the common emitter for impedance matching. It is used only for matching the impedance. Matching the impedance is not necessary. In any, if the impedance matching in this common emitter configuration, this impedance matching, it is not necessary. Okay. The third number configuration, that is the common collector. Common collector configuration. Now, as I told you, this common collector configuration, it is also called as a emitter follower. Very first I told you it is the emitter follower, means it is follow. Okay, in this configuration the collector is common to both input and the output circuit. Collector is common, and that's why for the input and the output both collector is common to input and output circuit. Okay, since the load resistance where we have to attach, the load resistance is been get attached to the emitter terminal. Okay students, now as per the diagram which is related to this one, you will be getting like this. As I told you, the both collector common input and the output. Okay, so here we will be forming the base terminal, here we will be forming the collector terminal, and in the emitter we are connecting the load resistance, means the output value we will be forming from the emitter. here the output value you are getting, and it is been get common. Okay, so the IE value is being get obtained. This collector, we will be getting the positive and the negative which is connected to the emitter, and from the base we are giving the input value, that is Vi, and is being get connected to the positive to negative to the emitter. So this will give you the common collector configuration. Okay, as in the first topic, in the first topic, this signal and this signal, it is very much similar to that of this common collector configuration. Okay students, now during the positive half cycle, for the positive half cycle, the input we are applying, that is Vi, the input, that is Vi, the forward bias voltage, which will be the forward bias voltage, VBE, will be get increase. Okay, this base to emitter, that is VBE, will get increases since IE is also increases. Okay, due to this one, the output voltage, whatever the output voltage which is get occurred by this one terminal, that is due to this, the output voltage, that is V0, you will be getting IE into RL. Okay, at this particular instant you will be getting IE into RL. Similarly, during the negative half cycle of the input signal, the output signal also get decreases. Okay, during the negative half cycle of the input signal, the output signal also decreases. Okay, it is opposite, since the input and the output signal are in phase. Okay, how it is in a phase, we will see here. This is the cycle, it is the input value with respect to t, and due to this one, it is in a phase like this. Here you will be getting the output. Okay, for this positive, as the IE is increases, then that thing, it is reverse to that of this one negative cycle. And since whatever the value which will be get occurred, it is same as that of the input value which is applied by the input position. Okay, here the current gain is high, okay, the voltage gain is less than 1, voltage gain is less than 1. Okay, due to this one, the power is low. Okay, so these are the three things. Again, you have to keep these three things in your mind. The current gain is high, the voltage gain is less than 1, and the power is low. When the input resistance, the input resistance is high, is highest, and the output resistance is lowest to all configuration, Okay, so this type is useful for the impedance matching. The common emitter configuration, it is useful for the impedance matching. Before we have studied the common emitter, it is not useful for the impedance matching, but this common collector, it is useful for the impedance matching. It is useful for impedance matching. Okay, students. Then and amplifier have the impedance, high output impedance, and can be connected to a load having low impedance. Okay, so this all is considered as a three configuration: common base, common emitter, and the common collector. Common base, common emitter, and the common collector. Going to compare the three configuration. Comparison between the three configuration. Okay, first is the common base, the second is the common emitter, and third it is a common collector. Okay, students, so for comparison we have studied the common base, common emitter, and common collector. So what are the parameters related to this one? The parameter which is related to the common base, common emitter, and the common collector. The first parameter, that is a phase shift between input and the output. Phase shift between input and output. Okay, students. So for the common base, common emitter, and the common collector, here the phase shift for the common base, it is 0. For the common emitter, again it is 180 degree, and for the common collector it is again 0. We have studied this one. This is the input wave. Okay, and for this common base we have this value, means the same value we have got. That's why there is no shifting, and since the phase shift it is 0. But in the common emitter we have studied the input wave like this, and there is a phase shift of this one. We have drawn this. Okay, so this positive has been get changes to the negative, and that's a 180 degree phase shift is been get occurred across the common emitter. And in the common collector we have again the same value which we have got for the common base, the same input and the same output we have got, and that's why the phase shift it is 0. Okay, students. Then the second parameter, which is a current gain. Current gain. This current gain in the common base it is less than 1. In the common emitter it is high. In the common collector it is high. Third number, voltage gain. Fourth number, power gain. Fifth number, input resistance. Sixth number, output resistance. So these are the parameters. Now in this, by using this particular parameter, we have the comparative value with the common base, common emitter, and common collector. So the voltage gain, it is high in the common base. In a common emitter it is high, and in the common collector it is less than 1. The power gain, it is moderate. In a common emitter it is high, and in a common collector it is low to moderate. Low to moderate. The input resistance in a common base it is low, the output resistance it is high. The input resistance for the common emitter it is moderate. and also in the output resistance it is moderate. The common collector input resistance it is high, and output resistance for the common collector it is low. So it gives you the comparison in between the common base, common emitter and the common collector. Hello students, now today we are going to start the topic that is static characteristics of the transistor in a common emitter configuration. Static characteristics of a transistor in common emitter configuration. Okay, so in this common emitter configuration, as previously we have studied the common emitter configuration, it means one terminal is going to be get grounded and input is applied to the some base to emitter, and output we have to take from the collector to emitter. Okay, so when you have this one configuration, the configuration which is related, it is with this diagram. We will draw the diagram. So this is the transistor. Here the base terminal, collector terminal and the emitter terminal, it is been get indicated like this. So from this base, collector and the emitter, only the three terminal we are going to attach some voltage source, we are going to attach some current source. Okay, some small current is going to be get measured, some large current is going to be get measured, and due to that particular current we are obtaining the output waves and the input waves. What is the input and what is the output which will be get obtained? The input characteristics waveform and the output characteristics waveform is we have to study in the this characteristics. Okay, so here for the base, that is, it is a negligible current, means we have to attach the micrometer. You will say here it is the base current. It is the base current. The next, you have to attach one rheostat so that you may vary the voltage. And this you have to make a common. Okay, so here whatever the voltage we have drawn here, this voltage as it is connected to the base, means here we will say that it is a VBB. Okay students, the small current, that is micrometer, and the base voltage, that is VBB, it is indicated with that particular VBB with a positive and the negative terminal, with a positive and the negative. Now coming back to this particular collector to emitter, what that collector to emitter indicates, you have one small and a large current. You have to attach a millimeter and the rest. Here we have attached the micrometer. We have to attach the millimeter in such a way that we will obtain the collector current value. This is the IC value which will be get obtained from this one millimeter. And here again the same thing you have to do. You have to attach one rheostat in such a way that it will increase or decrease the value. Positive, negative, positive, negative. Okay, as it is a connected to collector terminal, so here we will write down it is a VCC. Okay, so that VCC again it is of a positive and negative which is being get connected like this. And for measurement of the voltage, for the measurement of the voltage you have to attach one voltmeter. So for that particular voltmeter, if the voltage has to be get calculated from the collector to emitter, then here the voltmeter is being get attached and given the name V. Here also, if the voltages has to be get measured to the base, then from this terminal the voltage is going to be attached like this. Means this voltage, it calculates the voltage value. Okay, which voltage? from collector to emitter. So directly we will write here VCE, and this voltage will give you the value, that is V base to emitter means VBE. Okay, now we will put a positive and a negative marking for identification and for your connections. Okay, so here the this part it is negative. Since it is negative, here also it is negative, it is positive, means this positive is being get connected to which terminal? It has to be get connected to the milliammeters. Then the negative terminal is connected to the collector of the transistor. This is a negative terminal, means it is a positive. Okay, this positive is being get connected to the milliammeters positive, and the negative is being get connected to the base of the transistor. So in this way we are going to mark out the positive and the negative. This current, whatever the current is flowing from this, it is indicated with IB. Okay, so here we will mark arrow like this, and whatever the current flowing from this one, we will be marking the arrow like this. So it is IC, it is IB, it is VCE, it is VBE, and we are varying the voltages. When one thing is constant, we are getting the characteristics in the another. If it is constant, then here we have to vary. If it is constant, then here we have to vary. Okay, then only we are getting the characteristics. Now when we have applied to this one, the emitter base junction, the emitter to base junction. Okay, this emitter to base junction is forward bias, and collector to base junction, it is a reverse bias. The one thing you have to keep in your mind, that always the emitter to base junction, it is forward bias, and collector to base junction, it is reverse bias. Okay, the forward and the reverse bias direction is very much important. Now for obtaining the input characteristics, you have input characteristics. The very first thing, you have to plot the input characteristics with versus VBE. Okay, that VBE in this formation, it is with a IB. VBE versus IB. Okay students, but what you have to keep constant? You have to keep the voltage flowing from collector to emitter constant. Okay, this collector to emitter indicates that when any one voltage is being get constant, you are getting the output related to VBE and the IB. Here you may write down by keeping VCE constant. Okay, so by keeping this VCE constant, we will get the characteristics. Now, how that characteristics? When VBE, this VBE, we will plot the graph. VB is equal to 0. Okay, when that particular VB is equal to 0, since the base current is also 0, because no current is flowing from this particular voltmeter to the base, and that's why this IB is also 0. Okay, so this is the first value which we have got, and then when VCE value is 0, when VCE value is 0, at that particular instant the VB starts slowly increases. VB starts increasing slowly. When it increases slowly, either it is a germanium or either it is a silicon. So depending upon the germanium and the silicon transistor, the value is going to be get increases from that particular either 0.7 or either 0.3. If it is silicon, then the value will be get increases from 0.7, and if it is a germanium, then it will be get increases from 0.3 electron volt. Okay students, So when you are using this particular formation, you will get the cut-in voltage at that particular cut-in voltage. As I told you, the silicon or a germanium, that silicon or germanium you have got the value. For a silicon you have 0.7 electron volt, and for the germanium you have a 0.3 electron volt. From that the value is going to be get rise. Okay, the characteristics are plotted for IB versus VB. This IB versus VB. Okay. Now here we will draw the characteristics. Here we are going to consider the value which is VBE. Okay, it is VBE, and here we are going to consider VB. But as per I told you, by keeping the VCE constant. Okay, for the first time VCE is equal to 0, you will obtain the value VBE and IB in a first case. Okay, so here we will mark the value 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, 0.10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0.2, 0.2, 3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, something the value will be getting increases. And then the current, that is 10 milliampere, 10 microampere, then 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Okay. Here the 10 value we are increasing, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. As per the silicon or a germanium, when it is a silicon or when it is a germanium, you have 0.7 and the 0.3. But assume that it is a silicon transistor, so the value will be get rise from 0.7. Okay, so from that particular 0.7 means from here 0.6 and 0.7, the value will be get rises like this. Okay, this much value, by keeping VCE is equal to 0, we will get this value, we will get this value. Okay, then after some time what you have to do, this VC we have to adjust, means first time we have put the VC is equal to 0. For the next time we will see what will be the VC. Just we change the value, VCE is equal to 2 volt. Okay, then observe the reading VBE versus IB. Okay, so here you will get the VCE is equal to 2 volt. So in the different formation, if we are going to change the value for the VCE for particular volt, then we will obtain the graph in such a way is same that of a forward bias of a PN junction diode. Okay, so when you again change the VCE is equal to 4 volt, again you take the reading VBE and IB, you will get this one, that is VCE is equal to 4 volt. In this way the graph is being get plot, as when it is a silicon means it is acting as a simple PN junction forward bias characteristics. Okay, we will obtain the simple PN junction forward characteristics in a transistor's input configuration. Now we will see the output configuration. The output characteristics, it has been get plotted with a VCE versus IC. Okay, so here VCE versus IC, VCE versus IC. But what you have to keep constant? You have to keep one current constant, that is the IB current. So here IB current is constant. By keeping that particular IB current, whatever the value you are getting, you have to note down, and after noting the value, you will plot the graph. So here, if IB, you have put that first IB with a 10 microampere, then just increase it 20 microampere, just increase 30, 40, 50, 60. What is the difference you are getting in a wave? We will observe. So IB, first time we will put here as a 10 microampere, and you just mark out the reading. The reading will be across VCE and IC. This VCE is in a volt and IC, it is in a milliampere. Okay. Now the VCE value has to be get marked with some particular voltage. Some voltage will be get increases, and due to that one, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. And the millimeter value, that will be again get increases from the 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it is a common value. Now, when IB is equal to 10 microampere, the graph which is being get plot, that is VCE across this IC. So at this particular instant, you will be saying that you will be getting the graph, it will get increases like this. And at one particular instant, the constant value will be get flown, and that's why the value, the current and that particular voltage will be in a one particular flow. Okay, if you have this IB is equal to 10 microampere. Now if you have IB is equal to 20 microampere, then again you will be getting the value like this. If IB is equal to 40 microampere, then you will get the value this one. Now in this output characteristic, the three things which you have to keep in your mind, that from this particular 0 to the first wave, the first characteristics which we have got, it is considered as a cutoff. It is considered as a cutoff. And wherever we have got the waves, it is considered as an active region. And whatever the value is left behind this one, it is called as a saturation region. It is called as a saturation region. So in this common emitter configuration, we are getting the three types of the region. First is the cutoff region, second is the active region, and third is the saturation region. So these three regions will give you the characteristics. In this saturation region, the region is left to that of the saturated line. The region which is this one, the saturation region, the region which is left to that of the saturated line with a value that is from this 0 to one particular thing. We will be saying either it will be in a one straight line or a next value which will be get obtained. Okay. The active region, this region lies in between the characteristics, that is from IB 10 microampere to certain, whatever the value we are going to be get considered here. The value 10 microampere, certain microampere to certain microampere, you are getting the output. That output we have to consider as an active region. And below the active region, starting from the 0, will give you the cutoff. this region lies below the curve, and that curve is been indicated with a current starting from 0 to certain 10 microampere. Okay, so that particular value will be get considered, and the output for that particular dynamic, we are going to calculate the dynamic characteristics also in the output, also in the input also the characteristics will come. We have got the input resistance. Okay, so for calculating the dynamic output resistance, mark any one point here and just you make here the line. You will be getting the output resistance, that is RO, as according to the formula. The V is equal to I into R, means R is equal to V upon I. We will get, so that V upon I is nothing but del of VCE. This VCE, it is calculated in the volt, and what is the value for the y-axis? It is IC, since here del of IC. Okay friends, so it is the output resistance for, means output characteristics, the output resistance will be get calculated. Okay, in the same way the input resistance is going to be calculated. That value is plotted for the input when either the silicon or either the germanium, when it is in a forward bias, the same characteristics we are getting for the input characteristics. Okay.